This has been a challenging project to work on and to try and stage. What I really responded to was the fact that it's not just all the good or all the bad, it's just all of the real.
So I would say preparing for this show has been one of my bigger challenges. When I was approached with this script, I read it and I was like, oh, this is a really good script. And then I got to the final few pages and I just ugly cried through them the first time that I read it, to be honest.
I remember the first time that I read the script. Zach reached out to me wanting to do the show and approached me saying that he was interested in me potentially directing it. So I sat down and read it, and I had to stop reading it several times just because I needed a minute. We've all had really uncomfortable, disquieting moments throughout this process where we just sort of needed a minute to recover, because I think it's kind of holding a mirror up to all of us.
It's made me see myself and others in a different light, particularly when it comes to interpersonal relationships, not just romantic relationships. It's a bit of a change in perspective. Not everything comes from a place of wanting to hurt each other or being inconsiderate. Sometimes we get trapped in our own selves, our insecurities, our traumas, our own hang-ups.
Before our first rehearsal, Jake and I read through the script out loud together, and just hearing the words come to life in that way is like a punch in the gut over and over again. And you just start to fall in love and hate the characters.
Anyone that has been in like a real relationship, you know, the ups and downs that come with like really committing to a long-term relationship, that they have to, on some level, understand. I mean, it's going to be unique and nuanced from person to person based on whatever life experiences and baggage you bring to your viewing of this. But I really appreciated that honesty.
What drew me to the show was the writing more than anything else. Duncan Macmillan, his writing style is very realistic. It's very true to life. It's very authentic. Sometimes it's difficult to run through some of these scenes because some of these words, some of these thoughts are thoughts and words that I've spoken.
Some of the lines that are in this show that the female character, that W, says, I have said these words verbatim to my husband, to my best friend, to myself. Honestly, there's a monologue that she has at the beginning, toward the beginning of the show, that's quite difficult and emotional, but I have found so much comfort in it, in that like I feel seen on stage. And I don't think that we talk a lot about the internal struggle that sometimes some women feel when they think about having a child, or you know what that means not only for their bodies and their minds and their futures and their careers, but just their entire identity. And so it's been so rewarding and so fulfilling to feel seen and to make this an actual conversation instead of just something that a lot of women deal with on their own or in the privacy with their partner or a close friend, but to really put it out in a very public space and say like this is a real thing. You just don't feel quite so alone. So it's been very rewarding in that respect.